Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a vlog out here in my garage because we have some great plans for this BMW, my S1000RR. As you can see, it is a stock white fairing kit on here. It is just like every other S1000 you see out there, every other creator bike that people power wheelie, aka me as well. But today is a special day because we're no longer keeping the white S1000, but we're instead going back to our roots to match the blue Gixxer because this is the new fairing kit that a Motopart has sent me, and this is absolutely beautiful. We don't have a lot of light in here, but as you can see as I walk back, this looks absolutely perfect against the Gixxer, and it is going to be up to Jeremiah Staab code, and it is going to be beautiful. A one-of-a-kind blue S1000RR. I cannot wait to get this thing on. I'm hoping that everything goes smooth, but of course you never know how it's gonna go. Plus it's a BMW, so let's just get this thing started on the install, so that way hopefully it is done and ready to go by the time I head down to Austin, Texas. Well, first things first, we have to get the old fairing kit off. And just like that, we're gonna go ahead and get started, taking off the windscreen, taking off the mirrors. Everything on this bike has to come off. And while working on this, one thing I have realized and noticed is that working on the BMW is 1,000 times easier than working on the Gixxer. Maybe it's because the Gixxer is a 2005 and the BMW is a 2023, but oh my gosh, working on this bike has been super easy. It's all T-bolts, no Allen keys, so that means that assembling and disassembling this is super easy. Everything goes together perfectly, and I love working on this thing. All right, just like that. First piece is off. We're now, I don't know how many pieces in, like 2% closer to actually having this thing finished. Seeing this thing always taken apart just scares me. Yeah. Because it's a BMW. I don't know why. This is like one of my irrational fears. I'm just like, oh, BMW can't be taken apart. Oh, it's gonna break. Now, yes, I did kind of contradict myself there because seeing the BMW taken apart does scare me because it is a BMW and I don't want something to go wrong electrically. However, when it's something like fairings, I'm not as worried. I was way more worried doing the exhaust, but I did end up managing it and getting it done. As you can see here, I'm holding the clutch side fairing, and on the inside, there are some black pieces right there, and we did have to transfer over to the new fairings, but that was no big deal. Super simple, and now is the front end of it with the double. That's scary, but it's off. Paint chip and all. That's how, if you guys ever see my BMW with the white fairing, you always knew it was mine. The paint chip was always on there. So, while I did the front fairing and the front left side, just got that off. The boys took off the little cover here. Holy crap, this thing is dirty. Now we're trying to figure out how to take the seat off. And after that, you guys can hear the wind ripping. The seat's gonna come off, and then the rest of the fairing's gonna come off, and then all the fairings need to go on. So, stressful, because it's a BMW, but I'll be all right, it'll work. All right, the bottom fairing for the other side, the throttle side is now off. Time for the top side, and then eventually the rest of the fairings. In all honesty, working on BMW fairings are by far my favorite because it's so easy, but I haven't put the other ones on, so I'm not gonna claim that real quick. But so far, BMW fairings, easiest bike I've ever worked on. There we go, throttle side is off. Time to keep on keeping on, I guess. All right, here's the BMW. It is all torn apart and is just naked now. It looks so weird. Honestly, I would say it scares me, but I have faith in us putting this back together. I mean, it's just fairings. If we did the exhaust, we can definitely do this. It's finally time to dig into the box of goodies and see what we got here. This is obviously the throttle side, but I don't know what else we have in here. I'm hoping they gave us winglets. I'm hoping they gave us everything. You can never really depend on them until you actually finally dig into everything. So let's just start pulling stuff out and slowly getting it put together. We're gonna go ahead and start with this clutch side, obviously, because it's clutch side. I think we're gonna have to swap over some pieces. They did put the decals on here. As you can see, there's a little cut in the decal and looks to be some air bubbles. So it's not anything super high quality. I'm honestly a little disappointed in that, but it does look fantastic either way. No, I'm just kidding. It looks phenomenal. It looks good, but there is a little air bubble. You know, the closer you get, you kind of notice these things, but the color looks amazing. So this is the gas tank cover. I think we're gonna start on this first because whenever they send you fairing kits, they always send you the gas tank cover. Now my last bike, the gas tank cover wasn't that great. So let's get this thing open and see how it looks and see also how well it fits, because my honest opinion before we even put this on is that it's not gonna fit very well. You know what? That fit is actually pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with that. All right, so like I said, we're gonna leave part of the white on there because it does look pretty good. This is what we're dealing with. So the rest of this is gonna be all that light blue, and I think having this little bit of white is a good separation between the two, I'm not gonna lie. Even with the white decals, I think it's gonna look fantastic. Plus, I like keeping OEM parts on there because aftermarket doesn't fit 100%. So far, these have been okay. I'd say they've been about 80% good. So keep on keeping on and get this tank on, and the side fairings, we're done. So, like I said, I decided to leave that one little white strip in just to see how it looks because, of course, the decals on there are white as well. You can see here that I'm switching out the little plastic bits, little clips into the fairing size to get them all in to make sure the T20 bolts fit. What do you guys think about the white little piece? Should I go blue, make it all blue, or do you like the white? All right, so we found out the clips that come in the bolt kit with the fairing kit. A, the bolts are Allen keys. I don't want to use Allen keys. And then two, the clips that are in there that we're gonna use are different sizes. So that means that we had to take all of the clips off of this and put it onto here. So that way these T-bolts they'll fit in everything. So we should be all good to go now because we have all the OEM clips on here. So slowly making progress, but she's coming together. Slowly but surely, the bike did start to come together. Here I'm attaching the bottom half of the fairings, and I really like that they went with a solid color to match the top half. One thing about the BMWs that are stock, they don't match top and bottom. I talk about it later, but it really brings the whole bike together, and I'm so glad I chose all blue. All right, we're wrapping up the final installation of the fairings. This thing looks absolutely beautiful. We only have a little cover to put on here and the windscreen. But overall, we did leave these white parts. I don't know how I feel about it yet. They might come off, but adds a little bit of good contrast on there. Other than that, the rear seat is gone and replaced, and it is looking phenomenal. I'm actually a big fan of this. When we get it outside, it's gonna look way better. But in this little dim garage light, I think it looks really good. It is a little cloudy out, but here is the new reveal, the S1000. This thing looks fantastic.
Yeah, no, this looks
this looks really good. Underneath the sun, it looks good. I'm not sure how I feel about the white part, but it does look really good. The only thing I have to say, fitment out of 10, like a 7. I'd give it like a 6 or a 7. It wasn't fantastic, it's not perfect. Oh, dude, that looks really good. Let's get these headlights on here, actually. Dude, that looks really good. On camera, too. That looks so good, dude. Even, I would like that little piece to be blue, but at the same time, it like sticks out. Not enough, but enough to like look good. Just a little bit loud. That's okay, though. The neighbors can deal with it. Yeah, nobody can hear me. Let's get this thing warmed up and let's go ride, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're on the bike finally. This may be a day or two later because I went and recorded this video and then came back and found out my mic wasn't plugged in. So I'm hoping and praying that right now you guys are hearing me. If not, I'm gonna be a little upset. But wow, this thing turned out fantastic, and I'm gonna give you guys my overall kind of rating, my input, my opinion on this because we did have one-piece brake. As you can see right here, this little gill, there's a little clip on the inside right here, and I go to hit it in, and it broke. That means that the fairing piece broke, not the clip, not the clip. The clip did not break, the fairing broke, which, you know, it's kind of has to be expected with some of these fairings that come from certain companies. So that's a little disappointing. Overall though, the look of it, just by visuals, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. This spot is not painted, this spot is white. And there's a few other spots where you can see it's like a little bit of white showing, but I mean nothing that like really bugs me or upsets me or would you know turn me away from this company and this kit. Overall, the visual appeal of this is fantastic. I mean, this bike just looks absolutely amazing. When they sent out the kit, they sent out the entire fairings and they sent out a gas tank cover, so like you can barely see like a sliver of white here. But in all honesty, I don't really mind having a gas tank cover. If anything, it adds like an extra layer of protection to the original paint and gas tank. And then also on the side here, there is the S1000RR logo is just like a vinyl sticker they put on themselves. It doesn't look like a stock one. The stock one on the stock fairings, it says like 1000 down the side and like an S. I don't know. It's just different. But when they were making this kit for me, they sent me pictures of the color itself first, and I approved of it. I said that looks fantastic, and I said I wanted the S1000 like decals on there. So they went and they put the decals on, and they sent me pictures again and asked if I approved, and I saw it and I said that looks fantastic. Absolutely. So by no means did they mess it up. I literally agreed to what I got. Like, they're just not stock. So if you guys want to put stock on there or want to put your own decals on there, literally order blank fairings and then get them put on by yourself. And I can always go and I can buy vinyl stickers and put them on. But as you can see, this little gill here is what's really worrying me. It's held on by like one bolt now. I don't know about the other clip. I don't think the other clip went in, so I'm hoping that stays in. I might just take it off. I don't really know. But overall, just the pure aesthetic of this bike, it looks 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 on the scale. When it comes to the fit of the plastics, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. However, I'm gonna say this: when I was going to install them, the fit of the bike, it was relatively good. I can't lie. I was pretty impressed with it. Everything fit pretty seamlessly. This piece right here, and same with the opposite side, is a little bit of a stretch to get in, and there's clips in here that didn't quite actually like stick in. As you can see, it's like not clipping into where the clips are supposed to go and like the OEM ones, but the bolts are in there. I'm not worried about this thing flying off. I've had this up to a good speed now. I'm not worried about anything flying off, anything tearing off. See, as you can see, this clip, I believe one of them went in, and these ones just don't really want to go in. I don't know what the deal is, but I don't really want to press on it too hard and break it, so I'm just leaving it. So the fit is a 7 out of 10. However, I'm going to say this: when I was unboxing everything, when I was taking everything out and laying everything, you know, out of the box and seeing what I got, something I'm impressed with and something they did send me was actually a lot of extra plastic kit. For example, this piece right here, they sent me an extra one of these. Same with the opposite side, same with the gas tank cover right here, same with this black piece on the front, as well as a black windscreen, as well as a very front, like where air intake is at on these things, they sent me a full like front end piece as well. Same with like a tail plastic, like all this back here, they sent me all of that. I didn't even ask for it. So now I have like some spare parts for the BMW when or if I need them, which is fantastic. And that was something that I didn't even ask for. They just straight up sent it to me, and we kept pulling these out, and I'm like unwrapping all these plastics. It's literally this black air intake right here. I have all that extra, this entire tail piece, as well as the back and like underneath, as well as the inside of the tail. They sent me. I did not ask for that. They sent me that. I just want to make that clear. I did not ask for that. I'm pretty sure it comes with a kit. Now, of course, it's not branded BMW stuff, so I just left the OEM stuff on. But in the event that something does fall off or break or whatever it may happen with this bike, I know that I have spares at home, which is actually a nice feeling to have, instead of having to go spend $300 on plastic pieces that cost them $2 to produce. Now I have like some extra ones, or if something gets damaged or whatever, I'm good. And then also when it came to the tank, I have another fairing kit on the Gixxer that was not this company, and the tank cover that went on the tank of the Gixxer did not fit well at all. It did not fit. When it was supposed to lay onto a hole like this, it laid like that, and then I had to bolt it down, and now they're like broken. So I have experience with another company that sent me a fairing kit, and I can tell you right now that I am way more pleased with this bike and how it turned out with this fairing kit than the previous one. The wings are on tight, everything is snug and secure. Like I said, it was a bit of a stretch, like I had to pull the fairing and push it once I got this bolted in underneath the logo to get into here, but I'm not worried about it flying off. It's not a loose fit. I'd rather have it be a little bit of a tighter stretch than a loose fit and have it possibly flying off. So overall, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, I'd say, with everything included. It's just not OEM fit. OEM fit is 10 out of 10, if that makes sense. And then of course, little paint blemishes, it knocks it down a little bit. But I mean, overall, for this kit, and just how it looks, how it went together, I did it one day in like 5 hours, which I gotta say, I am pretty proud of myself for getting it done that fast. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, look at this. This is beautiful. This thing looks amazing. Let me hop off the side, just give you guys a little view from the helmet as to what I mean. Rear seat cover. I wish they would have sent me a rear seat, but at the same time, I don't really take anybody. I don't take anybody on here actually, so I don't really care. Here's the gas tank. You can see sliver right here and a sliver right there. And then this piece right here, I left in because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I thought it looks okay. I think it looks okay. Having a little bit of white on the S1000RR, and a little bit of white right there doesn't look bad. I'm probably going to throw the blue back in, give it more of a complete look, and make sure everything is good to go. But I mean, man, look at this thing. It looks very good. The other thing with the OEM fairings on an S1000RR, this top part right here, it comes in two parts. This top part right here comes in white, black, red, or whatever. And then this bottom piece from right here down comes in black, like a black plastic. And it doesn't complete the bike. This just completes the bike, in my opinion. We got our first few kills here on the front. Gonna have to go wash this thing. But overall, it looks fantastic. The other thing that I noticed with this kit, when they sent me a bolt kit with it, which was fantastic. However, all these are like T20s or whatever the size is on them. I don't remember. And you can see this little ring right here. I can't think of the name. Got a little squish because the holes on these are ovals on this kit, and the other ones are perfect circles on the OEM ones. So it squished it a little bit. Whatever, no big deal. Like I said, not a huge game changer, not a deal breaker, nothing I'm worried about. And then with the bolt kit they sent me, it's all Allen keys to put these in and take these out. And then the clips that they sent you. So like for example, there are clips right there on the back that hook on the bike. And if you were to throw on the entire kit with the Allen keys with the bolt kit they sent, oh my gosh, hello. They're back. I'm going to go say hi. Okay, I'm scaring them towards the road. I'm not going to do that. Oh, don't get smoked, bro. They came out of nowhere. Anyway, they're just admiring the bike. I don't blame them. But yeah, like I said, this entire front intake, I have extra. This black piece, I have extra. This piece right here, I have extra. This piece right here, I have extra. The entire tail, I have extra of because they sent it to me, and I am more than thankful for that. But anyway, back to the bolt kit. Not T-bits, it's Allen keys, and then the clips that go on there only fit the Allen key bolts, not these T1s. So I went ahead and I took the OEM clips off and I put them onto the aftermarket fairing kit and then kept the T20s or whatever they are because I just like the idea of having those on there instead of anything else. But this color literally glows. I'm not kidding you. I don't know how to explain it. In person, it looks fantastic. I really hope the camera's picking it up, but it looks wonderful, and I'm more than happy with this. You guys enjoy your space. I'm going back into here. Have fun. So like I said, overall, I am very pleased with the kit and how it turned out, as well as the fitment process. Honestly, doing the Gixxer fairings, I don't know why. I was tweaking over it. I was kind of freaking out. It really wasn't too bad. This one I literally got done in 5 hours, and I had help from, a few other people, but it was a majority just like 1 or 2 people working on it at a time. So it's not like it was a bunch of us tearing the bike apart apart and putting it back together. One person could do this well within a day or a weekend, like very, very easily. This is a private road built specifically for me, just so you guys know. Thank you for the private road on the water. About started rolling towards the water a little bit faster than I liked. That's actually just standing up like straight. I think I should put this in gear, I'm not even gonna lie. Quality, fitment, and kind of what came with it, I'd say it's worth it, 110%. They hooked me up and sent me this kit. They were super, super nice when it came to making it. Like I said, before they even sent it out, they sent me pictures of the kit, and maybe I'd go a little bit lighter with the blue, just like the smallest to like match the BMW logo. But look at how close this is, man. Like, you know what I mean? They were fantastic to work with, you know, sending me pictures saying, make sure this is good for you. Is this up to quality for you? Does this look how you wanted it to? Do you want any more logos on there, any stickers? And this is, I just wanted simple, something like this to match the Gixxer, because you know, obviously the Gixxer is blue, and now this is, like I said, it'd be cool to be able to get this and like just a cover, so I can still put the rear seat on there, but I have the white seat I'll throw on if I ever need it. And that middle piece right there, that's gonna be blue as well. There you can see the gas tank cover is a little bit of a bigger gap on this side. Nothing that seriously though is too much of an eyesore. You know, I think it's good. So I'm gonna sit here and admire the bike a little bit longer on the water and just kind of hang out. As always, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to do what I do and blessing the people that I bless with my platforms. And thank you, God, for allowing me to do this. That is for sure. Next, what do you think I should do? Should I add some white racing wheels to this? I think some, not carbon fiber, because I don't really want carbon fiber. I'm thinking some white Oz racing wheels would look fantastic. White wheels on this, oh. And some people might criticize me for choosing the blue again, but in all honesty, it's kind of just me. I love the color, and I didn't want to be just a regular S1000. Everybody has S1000s. Everyone is doing content things on S1000RRs, and nobody really has this color blue. Nobody really does this color. I mean, some people do, so don't get me wrong, I'm not the only one with this. And if you guys want to do blue on your S1000, go for it. I'm not gatekeeping this color, but it just looks so good. You know, it's very unique. It's very me, and that's why I love it. So there you guys are. Hello. So if you guys want to do this or do your own custom color, like I said, they will do it for you. I could have done a split right down the middle, and I think that would have been an absolute blast as well, doing like a blue and white or something. Maybe we do wrap part of it, maybe, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think below. Do you guys agree with the blue? Should I have changed it? But it does feel like me. White wheels on this, I think would look fantastic. I'm pretty sure all you guys are gonna say yes to that. Enough of me yapping. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the bike. As always, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching the video and taking time out of your day to spend it with me. And yeah, I love you guys. See you in the next one.